फ्लैटीज होटल, जहां पर पहली इंटरनेशनल कल्चरल कॉन्फ्रेंस का आगाज हो चुका है।
And they were all Buddhist. They don't believe me. And there were so many other civilizations that came to this part of the world. And they collided, and they gave the world lots of views. And they took those ideas with them to other parts of the world. About 2 years ago, UNESCO identified culture as an enabler and driver of sustainability, an eradicator of poverty, the ability to create quality education, and lastly, the ability to be able to create socially and cohesive and peaceful communities. I always say to people that you and me, I am you. We are because of each other. We have always been because of each other. The other day at work, we ran out of forks. All the forks disappeared. And I was completely disappointed because I couldn't find the fork to eat my lunch, so I had to eat it with a spoon. And I thought, I wonder where the fork came from. And I did a little bit of research, and I discovered that the fork came from Iran around the 9th century, and then was introduced to Byzantium a couple of hundred years. But it didn't make its way to Western Europe for 400 years later. It wasn't until about the 14th, 15th century that Europeans had a fork. I think the key is, how can we draw upon ideas, skills, and knowledge to foster innovation, progress, and development for society? Knowledge is the diversification of ideas. If culture also describes the way we express ourselves, then the late Abdul Sattar Eddy, described as one of the greatest living philanthropists in 2012 in the Huffington Post, embodies the set of values not only of himself, but he embodies the values of a nation of people who supported him. This is also culture. It's a way of us expressing ourselves. Now, how can we take this value and share it with the rest of the world? I would like to now present the slogan, which I developed a few years ago and presented at the World Forum on Intercultural Dialogue in Baku in Azerbaijan.